Hi, welcome to Stretch and Strength. I'm Mira, cook from Battery Dance, and we're about to do a 30-minute class, including some Pilates exercises, stretching, breathing, some yoga stuff. Make sure you have a cleared out space to do this. We're gonna start standing today, but we'll do a lot of work on the floor. So just make sure you have space to do that. It's very cold in my house right now, so I need to do a little bit of stuff to warm us up to start. Get a little bit of music. So let's just rub our hands together first. Waking up our hands, creating heat. Feel a connection between your hands, almost like a magnetic connection. Might even get some warm air there. Let's consider that our hands have been warmed up and energized and made magical, and we can just give a little bit of rub to our whole body to wake it up, especially the parts that maybe you don't notice the sensation very often. For me, like armpits, sides, chest, other side. The front of your torso, the sides of your torso, whatever you can reach of the back of your torso. So we're just putting friction and hopefully warmth into our whole body because I am cold right now. Get your toes, rub the bottoms of your feet. Other side, bottoms of your feet, backs of your ankles. Good. Same thing, but this time we're just going to do a little pat. Maybe one pat over every square inch of your body. When you get to your back, you can do loose fists. Just a little bit of percussion onto your back. That should feel good. And then let's pat around our hips. Let's pat down the outside of the legs, inside of the legs. Let's do backs of the legs, fronts of the legs. Pat the bottoms of your feet. Maybe just a little bit of touch for the neck, more like a gentle rub. And just some little raindrop fingertips tapping our head, and maybe just a rub of the face. Getting there, still a little cold. Crossing our legs, just rock the torso side to side. We're gonna keep our sit bones grounded as we do this. And trying to relax the shoulder blades down. We get a little side stretch, now front to back. So we're gently kind of arching and curving our spine. Good, find the center where your sit bones are grounded and your tailbone is long, and then we have the whole long spine and energy out of the top of our head. Let's take a couple breaths here. Feel the back side of your body, especially the back of your ribs expanding. A couple more diaphragmatic breaths. That means you get so much air in that your tummy and torso can expand. Full body breath. Another one. Let's just tip the head and then we'll do a head circle. Stretching the neck. Side, front, side, back. Side, front, side, back. Reverse the direction, other side. As you're doing this, you can draw in the lower tummy. One more time. Good. Time for a hairband. And let's find ourselves on all fours position. Let's continue to bring warmth into our body. Your palms are right underneath your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. So I want to find a nice straight long back. The long line goes from my tailbone all the way through my neck, through the top of my head. Let's do a couple shoulder glides. Let the sternum drop down and then up. So I don't arch or curve the back, I just drop the sternum down and come up. This is to work our shoulder girdle a little bit. One more time, down. And then when we go up, stay up, push into every knuckle into your hands, tuck your toes, hover the knees, suck in the belly button for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down, cat, cow. Arch, look up. Curve, look towards your thighs. When we arch, think especially of the upper chest. When we curve, think especially of the tailbone, the lower back. Arching, breathing in. Curving, breathing out. Go at your own pace. A comfortable breathing pace for you. Mainly the chest. And then tucking the tailbone. Find tabletop again. Press through all your knuckles. We'll do cat paw. Just bend one arm and pick it up without moving the spine at all. Deceptively hard. Seems like this would be really easy, but you actually have to use a lot of core strength to not let your body tip. So we're like kneading the rug here. Suck in your belly wall up towards the spine to help give you stability. This time when we pick it up, we'll stick the arm out and then we'll bend and put it down. Opposite arm, we bend it to pick it off the mat and then we extend it out without moving the spine and then we put it down. Check to see if the back of your neck is so long. Sometimes our head starts to sag towards the ground. Now one leg rests behind you on the mat. Tuck in your tummy, lift it without moving the spine and then put it down. Other side. Leg extends back on the ground. Then we lift it without changing the shape of the spine. Shoulder blades press down. Great. Now we're going to do one arm and one leg off. Suck in your belly button to help you balance. Put it down. Opposite arm goes out, leg goes back, and then we lift, opposite arm, leg, reach. One more time each side. Straight, equal, even back. An arm, a leg. See if you can touch your elbow to your knee. And then extend. One more time. Elbow to knee. Extend. Put it down. Last time. An arm, a leg, a lift. An elbow to knee. Extend. Finding that flat spine in between. And put it down. Good. You can sit back and relax the wrists. Let's make our way onto our back and do a little bit of bridging. If you like, what I like to do is put a pillow or a yoga block turned narrow in between my knees when I do bridging. It helps, just helps me engage the right muscles, and it also helps me kind of set my pelvis up right. So use a pillow if you like, or you could use nothing. Our feet, our heels are right under our sit bones. They're pretty narrow. Our palms are pressing down. First, let's just sense our position. Think of all the parts of your body that are touching the ground. Your feet, the back of your pelvis, your back, parts of your back, backs of your shoulders, backs of your head. Now let's just press a little bit into your feet and let that release. Maybe rock your pelvis a little bit to feel that area on the ground. Let's press into our hands and also into our upper arms. That's going to broaden our upper body and feel that pressure into the ground. And then just notice your head pressing into the ground just a little bit. We're going to breathe in to get long. When we breathe out, we tuck the tailbone. We're going to peel the spine off the ground one vertebra at a time. And if you have a problem between your knees, you squeeze it. Squeeze your butt. Drag your hips towards your knees. Relax your upper body and open your chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Roll through the sternum. The upper back. The middle back. The lower back. And finally the sacrum. Let's do it a few more times. Breathe in. Rolling up from the tailbone. Lower. Middle. Upper. And squeeze your butt and make sure your hamstrings are working when you're up there. Breathe in. Rolling down. Good. Notice the points of your feet. There's the ball behind the big toe, the ball behind the pinky toe, and the heel. That's the triangle that we want to equalize when we're walking, but also when we're doing exercises. Let's do one more time. I'll roll up and we're gonna notice the points of the feet, the triangle of weight. Breathing out to peel up. Press down through the shoulder blades. Feel your feet points. Are there any points that your body doesn't want to put weight on? And then rolling down. Great. Put your pillow aside. Just a little bit of marching to get the core firing. We just lift a knee and then put it down. Other knee. Put it down. And we're not changing the spine. We're closing through the front of the abdominals. Maybe a little slower. I was going a little too fast. Slower is better. Up and down. Up and down. Up. One more. Okay, that was kind of our preview. Now we're going to do toe taps. Float your feet up to tabletop. Let's do this with imprinted spine. That means we're going to push our whole spine into the ground. So we probably had our lower back a little bit off the ground if we're relaxed. So we're going to press the lower back into the ground. The belly button is sucking down towards the ground. We're going to leave our spine imprinted while we do this exercise. So belly button is down. Float the knees up to tabletop. Now we're going to dip our toe towards the ground as far as we can go without arching away from the ground. Then we'll come up. Switching legs. Still pressing down through the back of the shoulder blades so the front of our chest can be open. This is a very hard exercise. Some people might be able to tap the ground all the way, others may not. Don't worry. Whatever your scenario is for today. Let's do 4 more. This is really hard for me today. 2, 3, 4. Hug your knees, roll, rock back and forth. Rest your feet down. Hands are down by the hips. We're just gonna float our arms up. We're gonna act like we're pressing through very thick air or water. And they'll come as far over your head as they can without your back arching or your ribs opening. And then we press to bring them back down by our hips. Press to bring them floating over the head. Press to bring them back down. Now let's alternate arms. One arm goes overhead, and they press through the air, they meet in the middle, and then they press on. And we're trying to keep our collarbones really wide. My shoulders are not near my ears. They're way wide and below my ears. This time when one arm goes up, your knees are gonna sway away from the arm that's going up and then look towards the arm that's up. So we have a little knee sway and a twist. Back through the middle. Ooh, I just got a little pop in my back, that was nice. Look the other way. Knees twist. Through the middle, belly button goes down to the ground. Twist open. Through the middle. And around. Coming up. Let's go on to our side. Hips are stacked, legs are stacked. Arms are out. We're gonna do pinwheel, float one arm off the ground. We're just gonna lift the arm over our head. We're making a circle, flip the palm towards the ceiling, and then down around you. And just follow your hand. Should feel good. Now let's reverse it. Back the other way. Good. While we're here, we'll do clamshells and then we'll roll over and do the other side. You can rest your head on the cradle of your elbow. We're gonna stack our hips, one right on top of the other. Suck in the tummy, lengthen the lower back, and pull up the side waist away from the ground. Put your hand on your hip. Without moving anything in the torso, we're just opening the clamshell and closing. And open and close. So I can't move my hips. I'm just opening the knee. It's okay if it's a really small movement. And still sucking in the tummy and still pulling up the bottom waistline. Make sure you're looking straight forward. Sometimes we curl and we want to look more towards our knees. You'll start to feel a little burn on the outside of your hip, outside of your butt. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, lengthen your lower back, draw in the belly button. 2, 1. Good. Roll over if you like, or if you want to keep facing the camera, just swivel over. So first we'll do the pinwheels, and then we'll do the clamshells. We're laying on our side with our hands in front of us. Arm goes overhead, nice circle. This side was my shoulder is much tighter than the other. You'll probably notice different feelings on the different sides of your body as well. Let's reverse the direction. Breathing, enjoying yourself. You get this nice stretch and release of the upper body and the upper back and the shoulders. One more circle. Cradle your head into your arm. Knees are stacked. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the lower back, pull up the side waist. Suck in the tummy, opening clamshells. So we want to feel this area around the side of the glute. Keep it going, you're doing great. This is how we chisel our body. This is how we make nice svelte silhouette by working some of the small areas. Let's do 5 more. 5. Long spine, narrow waist. 2, 1. Good. Let's come onto our back and try to do roll-ups. Hi. My daughter from the other room is saying hi. Let's do it with a bent knee today. Arms will float overhead like we did earlier, as high as they go without spilling the ribs and arching the back. We're going to breathe out, press into your lower ribs, curl your upper body up. And if you want to, you can stretch your legs a little. And then we'll curve the torso up and over for a little stretch. And then we'll come up to sitting really tall. Hi. Curving through the tailbone, the lower back. We're trying to set one vertebra down at a time. Pressing through the air. Breathe in. Press through the heels. Breathe out. Push down. Try to come all the way up. Folding forward. And sitting up tall. This tends to scoot my pants off. Breathe in. Breathe out. Tuck the tailbone. And we're going to sink the shoulder blades and feel our lats as we're doing this. If you want to, you can bend your knees here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press through the lower ribs. Feel the inseams. Feel the lats under your armpits. Come up. This is helping me warm up. You can bend the knees. Let's do 1 or 2 more. Breathe out to start your ab curl. Push down through the shoulder blades. Activate the inseam. Push forward. Come up. Roll down. Let's do 1 more time. 1 more to get up. So I'm pressing down my armpits, peeling my spine off. Belly wall comes back as you lean up and over your legs. Nice, guys. Now let's do a side stretch. Feet can be as wide as like a yoga mat would be. Hand down, the other one up. Keep your sit bones grounded. Reach up and over. Sit up tall. Switch the arms. Up and over. Make sure you're not arching your back as you do this. That's what I want to do. My body wants to do. Up and over. Sit up. Switch hands. Up and over. One more time each side. Just a kind of a little press into the stretch. Come up. Switch. Little press. Come up. Push down through your heels. Sit up tall. Sometimes we want to sit, slump behind our sit bones. We want to sit up really tall. Airplane your arms out. First, just practice turning just your rib cage. We don't move the arms. We don't move the hips. It's going to be a small movement. How much can your rib turn your whole body? And then I don't move my arms at all. They're just still, but my rib cage is turning the whole upper body so they glide through space. Now let's add a pulse, and we're gonna breathe out like we're blowing through a straw. So we're gonna go. And as you go through the middle, shoulder blades are going down. Great, let's do rolling like a ball. Let me just check how much time. We have just a few more minutes. Rolling like a ball. We're going to sit up really tall on our sit bones. We're going to hover 1 foot off the ground, grab the shin, and then the other. I want my Needs to be parallel. Actually, I'm going to use a pillow here because my legs like to turn out and do funny things. You could try this if you wanted, or you don't need the pillow to do the exercise. So we're going to hover the shins off the ground, hover the feet off the ground, hold the shins, and then I'm going to curve my back and I'm going to look towards my thighs. When I breathe in, I roll back just as high as the shoulder blades, and then I breathe out to come up. And we're trying to keep the back curved the whole time, like it's the bottom rocker of a rocking chair. So we're kind of putting pressure on our spine wide through the elbows. Pull and push at the same time. Breathe in to go back. Breathe out. Whoa. You should be able to come up and balance, although I'm having trouble. Breathe in. A couple more. Shoulders wide. Away from your ears. Keep looking down. You don't want to smack your head when you go back. Couple more. Good. Lose the pillow if that's what you were using. Let's just hold a plank for a moment. I'm going to be nice and warm after this. Finding your all fours, shoulders go away from the ears. Step one foot back. And then the other. Let's put our feet all the way together and hold for 3 breaths. Pull your pubic bone towards your ribs and shoulder blades slide down. One more long, smooth, very calm breath, even if you're shaking like me. Put down the knees. Take a couple breaths in child's pose. Great, now let's do reverse plank. I'm gonna use a pillow again because I like to squeeze stuff between my knees. Hands go behind you. First, just practice sinking in our shoulders and then pushing our chest open. That's already a nice stretch. If we were just sitting, slouching, and then pushing up, we're gonna keep a bit of push away. Your hands can face forward or side or whatever's comfortable for you. And feet are as wide as your hips. We're just gonna push our hips up to the sky, squeeze your butt, and then put it down. And for me, the challenge is to not ever sink into my shoulders. On my way down, I like to sink into my shoulders. So I have to keep pushing through my hands. And on the way down is where I'll press through my shoulders. There we go. That was better that time for me. Squeeze your butt when you're up there. Come down. Let's do 3 more. This for me is a really huge shoulder stretch to be up here too. And then pressing through the shoulders. 2 more. Narrow waist, squeeze your tush. Last one. Oh, see, I started to sink in my shoulders. Good. Put the pillow aside. Let's come up to standing. Just take a little circle of your feet. Roll the shoulders up and back. Bend your knees. Shimmy, shimmy. And you should be ready for your day. We did a lot of stuff to open the upper body. Hopefully you're feeling nice and broad and strong through the top of your body. I'm feeling more open up here. I'm here every Friday morning at 9 a.m. And there's also quite a long backlog of videos that I've been doing since COVID-19 started. So feel free to check on those anytime you like. If you're able to, you can donate to batterydance.org. Or if not, that's fine too. And I look forward to seeing you again.